Hi there, welcome back to Author Journey. My name is CJ Anaya, and today we are going to talk a little bit more about author newsletter swaps, what they are, how you can do them, and why they are so important for building your mailing list, your newsletter list of fabulous subscribers. So I actually had a question about this because a friend of mine who has a book and is trying to build his list of subscribers and get his book out there more. He's hired a virtual assistant to help him, but some people don't know what newsletter swaps are. Other virtual assistants may not understand certain aspects of book marketing. You just never know what people are going to know and what they're not going to know. And since I've had a lot of questions about this specific topic and actually how to do it, and also because I can sense that there's a need for it as far as training virtual assistants, I decided I would make this video. So author newsletter swaps essentially are, you're basically swapping your audiences. So let's say I have a subscriber list of about 5,000 people, and another author has a subscriber list of about 2,000 people. We have these people on our own lists who like our books. And so what we would do is we would find each other online through Facebook groups, and we would say, hey, I have a book and I have 5,000 subscribers, and I really need to get my book out to other people. I need other eyes on it. I need to find a wider audience. And so that person who is hopefully writing the same genre as you, because otherwise it's not going to be very effective. If they write contemporary romance and you write contemporary romance, then they can say, yeah, I have an audience of 2,000. So I'll share your book with my list, and you can share my book with your list. So you each send out a newsletter promoting the other person's book, which is great, especially when you do it either through a lead page, or you have a free book online at like Amazon or Barnes & Noble, or someplace where people can try your stuff for free. So you're essentially swapping books that you can do bargain books, you can do 99-cent books, but you're going to get a lot more clicks and a lot more subscribers if the book is either perma-free or if it's in a promo that people can click on and try. It just converts better. And so what you want to do is you want to be able to give these people maybe not necessarily a link to an Amazon page, but a link to a lead page where you can collect these people's email addresses. And a very effective way to do this is through either a website called Instafreebie, a website called BookFunnel. These two places create these lead pages for you. They've also got a huge community of readers and subscribers, and you can do group giveaways on these different sites, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. Or you can just create a lead page yourself if you have a lead page already. Just a small sign-up box with a picture of your book and maybe a little bit of what it's about, just some link that you can give so that, this is a list building opportunity where you are collecting people's email addresses. Whoever clicks on that link from this other person's list is going to give you their email address. They're going to subscribe, and then you can, send a welcome email saying, if you're getting this email, it's because you downloaded my free books. Thank you so much for doing that. Here's what you can expect from me. Maybe an email once a month with really cool free prizes and new releases. If you're not interested in my writing, or if you don't, want to receive this email, you can unsubscribe at any time, type of thing. So that's generally, that's the idea of what an author newsletter swap is. Now, where you go to do this and how you set it up is something that I'm going to show you right now. So this is a great group called Author Newsletter Share and Swap. And so you can get on here, and it's great because Paula Wynn, she's really great at promoting things. And this is good for fiction authors as well as nonfiction authors. I've seen some really cool promotions about nonfiction self-help books, nonfiction outdoors books, nonfiction travel books. And so, you can either find some that cater to your genre, and if you don't see anything that fits, you can create a post yourself. Okay, so I want to just scroll down here so you can look at things. Okay, so Tanya, she's got a new book coming out late November. So she's looking for newsletter swaps for her paranormal romance. So you're going to fill out the form below. This is kind of key if you create one for yourself. You want to have a Google form that you've created that people can fill in information, specific information, so you can stay organized with who is going to share your book and which books you need to share with others, okay? So if you're interested and you have a paranormal romance that you want to share, you can, click on this link. She tells you that she has 12K subscribers. If I were to do this, I'd let her know that, I have, 10K or 15K. Now, a lot of you may be just starting out. Maybe if you're a virtual assistant and the person you're working for doesn't have a list at all. Maybe they're starting from scratch and you're sitting here kind of panicking, thinking, oh, nobody's going to want to swap with me because I don't really have anything to work with here. That's when you go to Instafreebie and do group promos here, or you go to BookFunnel and do group promos there, because what's really nice about it is that generally if you do a group Instafreebie promotion, yes, they would like you to share it to a newsletter list, but if you're sharing it on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, in as many places as you can to get the word out, that's generally enough. And people are very understanding, especially in the indie community. They're very understanding about you starting from scratch. They understand that, you have to start somewhere. And so a lot of times people will just say, hey, don't worry about it, whether you've got 0 or 500, it's better than nothing. And I, for one, I'm always willing to swap with anybody. I don't care if they have 5 people or 10 people, because I remember how that was when I was just starting out. But if you would like to be able to at least say, yeah, I have 100 people on my mailing list, the best way to go about doing that is to create an Instafreebie account. Now, I've made another video tutorial about Instafreebie, how you can set that account up, what it has to offer, and I'll make sure that I have a little link to it at the end of this video so that you can have that as a resource as well. But basically, you just get an Instafreebie account. I believe that it is $20 a month, but the first month is free, which is great. So if you're an author watching this video and you just want to try it out to see how it works, you're not sure you want to invest that money, don't worry about it. That's fine. You can totally do that. You'll have a whole month to test it out. If you're a virtual assistant, check with the person you're working for and make sure that they have an Instafreebie account, okay? Now, I believe BookFunnel is cheaper, okay? I'm trying to think. Instafreebie is $20 monthly. I think that I'm paying $10 to BookFunnel a month. I'm trying to remember. We'll take a look at these. I should remember that, but we'll take a look at these prices just so you can figure out what you want to do. Instafreebie's been around a little bit longer. I really do like BookFunnel too, though, and I do both because there are a lot of promotions that happen with different audiences, and I want to have access to both of those audiences. So it's an investment I'm willing to make because it has a lot of return. But again, if you're an author, you can decide that by doing free trials with them. If you're a virtual assistant, check with the person you're working for and see if they have it. If they don't, mention this to them, show them these videos. So basically, this is my Instafreebie account. And what you want to do is list your free book here. These are free book giveaways, okay? So I'm going to click on this right here. And I want to show you kind of the landing page. So already 3,512 copies have been claimed. Now, I don't have to be in group promotions. I don't have to enter group promotions, and I don't have to enter group giveaways on here or on Facebook in order to actually get people to grab my book and subscribe. And that's what's really cool about Instafreebie, is that community is there, and Instafreebie sends out their own newsletter to readers, okay? And so, click off of that. So for people who are just starting out and they feel like they don't have anything to offer a group giveaway or a group promotion, because they're coming in with 0 to very little lists, don't worry about that, because you can start up a giveaway like this And you don't have to join anything or be a part of anything. You can just let it sit for a little bit, and you should gain subscribers, just people who are cruising the Instafreebie website looking for freebies. People who are receiving their newsletters of new books that have been added to the community. Okay, so that's a great way to be able to start getting free books. And then, you know, of course, make sure that this free book offer is either on your website on the front page, you know, above the fold, so people can see that offer as a reader magnet or a lead magnet. And you know, if you're a VA, converse with your boss about that as well, because that's another great way to get more people subscribing to your list. But this, in my opinion, is the fastest way to get a little, collateral credibility, to have something in your back pocket to offer groups and stuff like that. So I just want to copy this real quick, just so you can see it. Oh, well, I guess I can say view. This will let you view your giveaway details. I actually want to click on this real quick because this is important. In order to collect emails, you do have to have the $20 plan, which is why I'm telling you, check out the first month for free so that you can see if you want to invest in this. Okay. So you want to make sure that the email opt-in is required. You can sit here and edit this. Yes, I want this giveaway to require opt-ins. You absolutely want that, because if you don't click that and make sure that that is there, then you're basically going to be giving the book away for free, and nobody's going to be, voluntarily giving you that email address, which would be a bummer. So make sure, for sure, that you've got that required thing, and you don't get that with the free account. You can only get that with a paid account. So just wanted to make sure you knew that. I'm going to click this right here and paste this so you can see the Instafreebie giveaway page. Okay, so this is the lead page that Instafreebie creates for you, which is nice. And I think that this is kind of a no-brainer when it comes to creating your own lead page or having to, use leadpages.net, which I actually like and I do use. But it took me a while to figure out how to design my own my own lead page, and this just seems so foolproof because every single lead page on Instafreebie looks exactly the same. It's just got a different book, and so people enter their name, their last name, their email address, claim. Okay, it's very easy for people to do, and it pushes people to take action, which is nice. Okay, so now that I've cleared that up a little bit, that that link that I just posted and showed you that lead page, that's the link you want to give people for Instafreebie promotions, for any promotions that are list building promotions. And if it's only an Instafreebie promotion, do that. If they say BookFunnel and no Instafreebie, obviously follow the rules. Okay. This Google form right here, let's just take a look at it, so that if you are creating your own promotion, or if you're creating your own newsletter swap signups, you can kind of have an idea of what it looks like. So she's put the explanation in here again. It's the same thing she put when she was on Facebook to get people to click. So she talks about what her book's about, has that on there. And this is the information that she needs from anyone who wants to swap with her within the same genre. Your author name, your author email, how many subscribers you have. Now don't panic, because if you don't feel like you have enough, just let them know what you have. They'll let you know if that's okay with them or not. It's not a huge deal. You got to start from somewhere. Which date you're going to share the book between November 20th, December 20th. And then this is really important. Don't ever say the date you would like me to share your book and then leave it open, because they'll say any random day they want, and that might not fit into your newsletter scheduling. Okay, so you give them the options that work for you through here. And so it looks like that's closed, which is nice that she lets you know so you don't pick a date that's already been filled. I find it super interesting that she's got so many people. Like, November 11th, November 20th, November 27th, there we go. Okay, so I'm not really sure. Usually when I do stuff like this, I'll have 3 people to a newsletter send, because I want these 3 people to have as much exposure as possible. And that's not to say that these 3 books won't be clicked on. I just, I never know what's going to be the most popular. And if you inundate people with too many books at once, they may never get to the other books. And that's not necessarily fair. So, that's something you also want to check. See how many books people are sending out within one email, so you can make sure that your book is getting as much exposure as possible. Your book ASIN number, so that gives them the information to get your book. Any comments? And so, this is cool to be able to fill these out because it keeps your information in order for them. And then they just email you their information and they already have yours. And they'll let you know if there's anything else they need. And then you can immediately schedule that in and know that they're scheduling you in. And then this is also helpful for you if you decide to create a form on Google. You can kind of follow this outline. So that is super helpful. Let's take a look at some other examples here. This is another group. This is the 10K Readers, the Dream Team Network. You actually have to have a subscription with this group. When this was in its beta stage, I jumped in on it when it was free, so I don't have to pay anything. But I do know that a lot of other people have to pay to be a part of it because it's a closed group. But I just wanted to show you some really excellent examples. So when you set up something, it's really helpful if you can set it up in this fashion if you're ever looking for people to do a giveaway with. So you're going to start with genre. See, and here's a nonfiction one, nonfiction outdoor skills. Promo, this is a free giveaway with list building. It's really nice to do that because sometimes people are just trying to promote a free book on Amazon to get a ranking, or a 99-cent book on Amazon to boost, ranking and sales and build buzz for a new release. So, make sure that your goals align. So this is great with list building, free giveaways, that's great. Audience size, mailing list, any size. So that's nice. When they say any size, you're golden, Sometimes they'll let you know if they have a specific requirement, like maybe they'll say 1,000K, and you can always say in the comments, hey, I only have 200 or 500, or, if you have lower than what they have, see if you can negotiate. Sometimes people will just throw that up there as a wish. And, they may be very willing to work with you. They'll give you a deadline, so you need to sign up by October 15th. The promotion date of, when this is happening, October 16th through the October 31st. So this is a huge group giveaway, the kind that I was talking to you about. So it's an Instafreebie one. So I'm gonna click on this right here so we can take a look at it, because it looks like it's gonna be an actual giveaway. Oh, that's not what it was. Let me see if it will give me something a little bit. Maybe it's this link. I know I just pulled it up, but I might have to go to a different one. Okay, so this is something I really like on Instafreebie that is new. You can actually set up a group giveaway on the site. And it's just really, really cool. So when you click on group giveaways, you can either join the giveaway or you can create a group giveaway. It's very step-by-step, very easy to follow. And when you do that, you can scroll down here, see all of these cool outdoorsy stuff. So, Alone, L 2011. These actually don't look like nonfiction. Some of these covers don't look nonfiction at all, but it's supposed to be a nonfiction thing. And so you can comment, and this would be your own personal link. And this is important because they need to know that you're sharing and promoting it. Otherwise, you won't get all of the email addresses that the giveaway receives. So I remember one time I joined a romance giveaway just like this. And what was really cool about it was my book was right about in this area, and it had over 671 claims, downloads by the end of it. So I got over 671 subscribers in that 1 week promo, and you can see it being claimed right here, and what's so great about it is all of those people, they followed this link and went to this. And so, yes, they were claiming other books, but they were also claiming mine. And then I had, a way to contact them by viewing all the people who had subscribed and downloading the file of their addresses. So this is very, very cool. I think that this initial link, yeah, it was the sign up link. So if I had wanted to join this promotion, I'd go to my user dashboard, I'd go to group giveaways, and then I would hit that join a giveaway button, okay? And then it would be the choose a giveaway, join the giveaway, but I'd have to choose which book I was going to do that with first, okay? Obviously, none of these are outdoors, but I just want to, walk you through it a tiny bit to give you an example of how amazingly powerful this is. Just the fact that in 1 week I was able to get, 600, 700 subscribers. This is very cool, and it's very important if you're just starting out, because you can join these types of Insta freebie promos and you don't necessarily have to send it to your newsletter, because you've got that link and you can, share it on social media like crazy. And that is generally good enough for a group promo, especially when you're starting out. So I really love these. I recommend that you do this. Okay, here's another example. Keyword newsletter swap for romance. Okay, so romance in all subgenres, no erotica. That actually happens a lot. There'll be a lot of romance, all subgenres, no erotica. For any of you who write erotica, there are generally Insta freebie promotions that are strictly erotica. And I know that some people are on the fence about that, mixing romance subgenres with erotica. But it's just kind of like to each his own, So I think that if you are an erotica writer and you feel a little frustrated that you're not finding specific places where you can promote to, because there are a lot of sites that don't allow you to promote if you write erotica, just find a genre-specific erotica promotion, because I have had a lot of you ask me about that and say that you're very frustrated and you feel a little picked on, I think. And I understand that would be very frustrating to feel picked on if that's a genre that you're writing in and you can't get into the promotions. So even though this says no erotica, I've seen a lot of promotions that say only erotica. So I just wanted to let you know for all my friends who do write erotica. Okay, so your list needs to be 1,000 plus. Her list is 11K, so she's giving you all this information. Time frame, I need you to share my new release between October 16th through the 30th. Make sure that when you are scheduling all these things that you don't overschedule. Be respectful of the space that you're giving the people in your newsletter, so that there aren't so many things that people just don't click on the stuff that you're sharing. The people that you're sharing with, are hopefully giving you that respect as well. So don't do so much that these people are not getting the exposure that they need. Okay. And so if you were to click on this, oh, and this is cool. I'm happy to swap for romances that are free, 99 cents, promo priced, or even full priced. Oh, I don't see that very often. Box sets are welcome, as are BookFunnel or Insta freebie links. And that, that's the key right there. You want to build your list, so make sure that you've got a BookFunnel or an Insta freebie link that is, directly linked back to that lead page. And so here's another example of a form that you might be filling out, depending on what, genre you are using, or, if you're a VA, depending on what boss you're working for and what genres they have. So tell you all about it, email, author, book title, all this stuff. You can study these just so you know how to create your own, what kind of questions you should ask, see what other people are doing, see what works best. For my, personally, I really enjoy doing group promotions that I don't have to spearhead. It's not that I won't form my own forms, but it's just really nice to just go to a site, join a group giveaway, have a link set up for me, and just share it everywhere. I don't have to think so much about that. That's kind of a no-brainer. So I don't generally do this too often, fill out my own forms. I generally just, find other forms that I can enter and sign in. It makes it a lot easier for me. So that's another example. Here's another group that is free to join. Okay, Freebie Friday on Instafreebie and BookFunnel promos. So anything goes. This is one that I created at the beginning of this month because I'm releasing the third book in this series. So My Fair and Plaster is going to be released October 23rd. Today's October 15th. Obviously, if you're watching this a year later, these dates are not going to matter to you. But what I'm trying to explain is that these two books I put together for free to build a lot of buzz. And so I wanted to make sure that I had staggered newsletter promotions, newsletter swaps throughout the month. I wanted to get as many people signing up to share this throughout the month as I possibly could, because this is free and this is not a list building opportunity. I just wanted to push the sales rank on My Fair Assassin to a level where tons of people were downloading it for free, where it was getting tons of eyes on it, tons of exposure, because I have a pre-order link in the back of this box set. And that pre-order link is going to take them to the third book in this series. You know, once they've finished reading these first two for free, it takes them to the third book, which means more people are buying it. And it's been like crazy awesome the way that has worked out, because I got, you know, from this little thing that I posted here and in a lot of other places. And I told you that I don't organize these very often, but this was worth it. You know, I said any size because I was super excited to, you know, to have whoever wanted to share it. It didn't matter to me. Gave them the details and then clicked on this. And I had over 16 people sign up, you know, at least one person sending out the information about the box set to their peeps every day. And so far, I think the lowest it got ranked was 88 in free books overall in the entire store so far. It's been between, no, it was 64. So it's been between 64 and 150 for the last 2 weeks, just ranked free books overall in the store. You know, #1 in fairy tales and folklore, and about #3 in paranormal and fantasy, which is good, you know. So this works. This type of stuff really works when it comes to having other people help you, you know, author newsletter swaps, that type of thing. So I did this: author name, email address, date you're going to share your newsletter in October, link to your book. You know, I got their email, and this, I actually had like 3 other dates in there, but they all got filled up. So I started adding more because I was like, man, I will share people's books into the next year if it means I can get even more people, you know, talking about this box set. So that's been very, very cool. So that's just another example of what you can do. Let's close that out, and then I want to go to BookFunnel. Because I've talked about Instafreebie and it is fabulous, and you know, I have been joining Instafreebie promotions with my Paranormal Misfits box set to, you know, add more staggered promos. And when I say staggered, I mean like 1 promo a day, not putting all of the promos in one day, because Amazon really they like it when books look as if it's getting organic growth or organic sales. And if you have like a huge surge in downloads or buys, and then the next day you don't have anything, it makes Amazon think, oh, that was just a promotion. And so, you know, you don't get the visibility that you want. And so if you can just have a slow but steady kind of curve in that graph, as far as your book sales going up, even if it's a free download, you know, Amazon recognizes that. And if it can be consistent and steady and last longer than a day or two, then you're going to get a much better sales rank. It's going to help with the promotions, and Amazon's algorithms are going to kick in and help you. So organic traffic to your book is really essential, which is why staggered promotions are so helpful. So I'm actually covering a lot more stuff in here than I planned on. I'm sorry about that if this is a lot of information. Anyways, back to BookFunnels. This is another example of a group promotion that I didn't have to put together. There were 4 of them in the urban fantasy, and so there was Booktoberfest. I signed up for this. I found it on one of the BookFunnel, you know, group sites on Facebook, and I just there's the promo description. They'll tell you about their requirements, promo requirements, what you need to do. It's obviously too late to join this one, I think. Oh, there's no submission deadline. Okay, so you can, you know, click on it and enter your your books in there, and they usually have a sign up to let you know. So I want to go back because these are all of the group promos that I put Paranormal Misfits box set in. But what's really cool about this is that you can actually scroll down to each genre and see if there are any promos going on and see if you can get in on that. So for a lot of you VAs will probably be watching this, most likely looking at nonfiction. So there's, Celebrate Nano with writing books, how to do it yourself, anything really. So that's kind of cool, if you can find any nonfiction things or any genre that is doing a promotion that you can join, that's pretty great. And then you can also post a new promo and create your own. So I really like that. And then I want to show you what this looks like. Here, we'll go to the Paranormal Misfits box set. I actually don't really care if you see this link because within a month it's going to be gone anyway. Okay. Copy it in there, click on it, and actually if you go and download this right now, I'd be super happy. Because then you'd read it for free, and if you liked it, maybe you'd go buy the third book. Okay, so It's Not Every Day a Teenage Girl is Singled Out for Assassination. This is an example of a download link. This is actually a link that will not take an email address, to be honest with you. This is something that I would do as an ARC copy or a review copy where people can just click on the book and they can decide what format they want. And this is why I really like BookFunnel so much, because it just makes it very easy to decide which format you want. They're very helpful with their explanations. So that's one example. I also have a link for readers that will collect email addresses, okay? So here's the lead page, and this one will collect email addresses, and then, you can put your name, your email address here, send me my book, and then you just, BookFunnel, just like Instafreebie, collects the email addresses, and you can download it into a file. Some of these will integrate with your autoresponder. So they'll integrate with MailerLite, what are a couple others. I think they're going to start integrating with Aweber, and I think that BookFunnel actually does. So that's nice, because then you don't have to download the file of emails and import them into your autoresponder. It'll just already connect to your autoresponder, so that saves you a few steps. So basically that's BookFunnels and Instafreebie and all that cool stuff. And then I already talked to you about Paranormal Misfits and all of the things. I mean, we're talking about 16 newsletter swaps, and it's really late at night, so I don't know that anybody's going to be clicking on the book, but I just wanted to show you. Yeah, so it's at 111 free in Kindle store. So that's pretty good. It's almost broken the top 100, and it's already done that several times throughout the month, but at the moment, it's #1 in fairy tales and folklore, #3 in paranormal and urban fantasy, and that has a lot to do with just doing staggered newsletter swaps throughout the week. So if you're not necessarily list building, but you're looking for just strictly promotion for free books or 99-cent books, this is a great strategy to use. For an author doing it by themselves, or for an author using a VA, you want to train them. This is, I hope that this video helps you figure out how to do that for sure. And if you have any questions, let me know. If your virtual assistants have any questions about how to do this or set this up, let me know. More than happy to chat through email. But I hope that this gives you and your virtual assistants an idea of how to, what newsletter swaps are, how to set them up, and where to find them online through Facebook groups. And I'm going to put several links in the description box below of various Facebook groups that you can search and look for promotions based on your specific genre. And then if you can't find anything that works for you, just create one. Create one just in the way that I've taught you, and people will find you. People who share that same genre will find you. And you'll find that this is a very effective method and a very cheap method, in my opinion, especially, if you're talking about $20 a month And, I think with BookFunnel, it's $10 a month for me with BookFunnel. I would have to look at prices again, but you can go and research that. So as far as costs go, it's fairly low and it's fairly effective. And so I hope that this was very helpful for you. And just like the video if you learned something great. Put a comment below if you have anything to add or any questions, comments, whatever. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.